Hey guys, welcome back. So it's been a long, wintry season here. I mean, we've had 4 snowstorms, we've had very cold weather. It's time for spring for me. I'm ready. I'm done with it. I'm done with all that winter weather. So we're going to clean up the deck. I've got a new cover for my little greenhouse. I'm going to clean that out, get ready for hardening off my plants. And we've just got a ton of things to do. You would not believe what all the snow destroyed. I've got planters out there that are busted. I've got cute little figurines that disintegrated. Poor Tonto's little dog bed is just got a big hole in the middle now, so we're going to replace that cover. I just thought I'd take you along today. It's just going to be a miscellaneous, getting the decks cleaned up for spring, getting the greenhouse ready. There's a few other things going on out there, so let's just go have fun. All right, welcome to the disaster. Actually, I'm not gonna try to make it sound worse than it is. It's not that bad. It was much worse a week or so ago. I have been out here daily trying to clean up and do things. You can see this poor chicken. It's just starting to disintegrate. The squirrels have been digging. I've got potting up things going on. I've got my seedlings sitting out here. It's been so nice for like 4-ish days, and now today's high was 71, 72. But guess what? Yep, cold weather. Tomorrow's high is like 40. Tomorrow's night's low is 20. Tonight it's 24. Yeah. But there's so many things I need to do. We need to be cutting back. We need to be cleaning up planters. We need to be fertilizing. We need to be watering. I gotta start some more seeds. And I know the wind just picked these up, and I'm feeling like there's probably seeds somewhere. I have to go look. Things have been flying off of here all day. Oh, I need to go get that tray. Been washing containers. I've been doing that for like 3 days. So almost done with a lot of them. A lot of trays have been washed. What else was I going to show you guys that we need to work on? Well, poor little Tonto. Look at his bed. So we're gonna take that off. I may go ahead and spray paint the frame. It's perfectly fine, I think. We'll just keep using it, spray paint it, and then put that cover on. Got to reseed over here. Both of these with a salad bowl blend. I already harvested my first round of bok choy, and we're not going to get much more. They're already starting to bolt. I mean, it's been in the 70s for 4 days. And then all my various winter sowing things. Just need to make sure that they are staying moist, not getting too dry. Now let's move down here because we've got some issues. We need to start trimming off those dying leaves from the Brussels. I thought this was so fascinating. Do y'all see that? That little pea survived winter, which is pretty cool. This one might come out of it too, actually, but most of them didn't take that cold weather too well. The garlic is growing. Been trying to keep it moist, watered. Even though we had all that snow and ice and precipitation and rain, everything's completely dry now. So I need to get out here and water. Green stalks are starting to get a little dry, definitely. Okay, so here, winter sowing stuff. I've got so much. I need to stop collecting. It's just getting out of hand, really. So here is the main thing I would love to get done. It would change everything just to have this completed. I could start hardening things off. I could protect some things when we do get down, say around 32 to 38 at night. This gives me a buffer, a little bit of a buffer, like maybe 5-8 degrees. I just dread it. I dread it, but we got to do it. Last year I waited so long that a family of birds put a nest in here, and then I couldn't do anything at all. All right, let's just get busy. You can see I've already removed some of the trays. I mean, this thing was jam-packed. It is looking better, but I don't even know what some of this stuff is, really. I really think the birds are ready for spring. Well, I decided instead of cleaning out that right now, I'm going to procrastinate a little bit more and start some new lettuce seeds right here. with just the same containers I had last fall, and check on our seedlings real quick. So they've had 2 days out in the sun, and these are just to prevent the squirrels from digging in my trays. They will do that. All right, we got somebody popping up today. So around 4 or 5 today, I'm going to bring these in because we are going to start to drop our temperature pretty quick. Oh, that's sun gold. Yay. Okay. So last year I had an issue with germination. So now I know those seeds were actually okay. So maybe it was the hot air bubble situation that I had created. Too soon probably to tell on the peppers, but let's have a peek. Anyways, this also helps raise the temperature. Obviously it is blocking some of the light though. But they were under the grow lights last night. Oh, we have a lot of tomatoes popping. Ooh, yay. I think I'll go ahead and take this off. You can tell, are they popping out over here? Oh, yep, there's one. Right there. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and take off my makeshift humidity dome, which is plastic wrap, because I've got germination in every tray. So that's great. Those are all tomatoes. And planted most, well, this tray got planted on the 24th, and today is March the 1st. Yesterday was the 28th. So probably, oh, wait a minute. Cannot believe this. I do have pepper germination. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's an eggplant. That's still good, right? Okay, so Jewel eggplant germinated. Let's see if I see any pepper activity. Maybe. No. Those seeds are a little high. Let me give them a little bit of covering. No peppers over here, just that one eggplant. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I'll keep this on tonight. Probably it'll come off tomorrow or the next day. Oh, there's something germinating. Ah, Felicity, jalapeno. That's really cool. Very, very cool. Go find a tray, get these seed cells ready. They are very dry. I think I'll let them soak in some water first. I guess the smart thing to do would just be soil this. I guess I might. I'm really feeling kind of lazy today, guys, but we got to get that greenhouse done because it's going to be cold tonight. And I just potted these guys a couple days ago, and they're not protected like they were inside the winter sowing containers. So I would love to put them in the greenhouse tonight. Don't want to bring them in the house. They've never been in the house. They've always been out here in a winter sowing container until I uppotted them here. You can see all the forks. And that is just to dissuade the squirrels from climbing up and digging in these little seed trays. Yes, they will do it. They sure will. More procrastination, but how cool is this? This is a baby camellia from a camellia cutting from a McDonald's drive-thru. I just took some cuttings. They had just trimmed the shrub and some were just barely hanging on. So I took them, and look at those roots. So cool. That's about 1.5 years in the making. So camellias grow extremely, extremely slow. So I think this one is viable. This one, the roots look a little bit darker, but I'm still going to pot it. I'm going to put a humidity baggie over these guys. See if I can keep them a little bit more moist. The soil was getting kind of dry. That's so cool. So he just looks like a dead twig, but we just have to be patient. Here's another one. This is the leaf that was on when I took the cuttings. That is not new growth, but that kind of looks like new growth a little bit. So that's really cool. There we go. I'm going to put these guys somewhere in less sun, and I think they'll be okay. I love seeing that they have roots, but they definitely are getting way too much sun. So I'm just going to put them there until I figure out where to put them. It's definitely starting to cool off quickly. Okay, tray is seeded and done. Got those hanging baskets to go seed real quick with a lettuce bowl blend. And then I'm sure there's something else I can procrastinate doing before we do that greenhouse. So I'm moving right along, organizing the little greenhouse. Stuff is coming out, getting sorted, put in the right piles. And then I see this. And it sure does look like a bird's nest. So I'm going to get a stick, kind of just take a little peek. I mean, there have been no birds over here trying to kill me or peck my eyes out or chirping crazily at me as they've done in the past when I'm near a nest. So I'm hopeful this is old, an abandoned nest. I'm going to have to take a look. If it is an active nest, I'm going to have to change my course here. I do not see any eggs. This is a Caroline wren nest. They go really deep. I don't know if you could see that earlier. I've already spun it, so I'm thinking about what I'm going to do. I've already made a spot. It's not the best ideal spot, but I'm going to put it between these two white planters that have strawberries in them. It's not an ideal spot, but I don't want to put it on the ground. Don't really want to put it on top of my green stalks. I do have cats that come over from neighbors' houses, so I don't know. This is the best I can come up with for now. What I'm really hoping is that since I started this project, like, I don't know, a week ago is when I started taking trays out. I'm hoping they had just finished the nest. They had not laid any eggs yet, and that's why there are none inside. I can't see any inside. So I'm hoping this is just abandoned. That is my gut feeling on this. So just to play it safe is I'm just going to move that nest, and that is not looking good. I was wearing gloves because of the bird flu stuff that's going around here. So I didn't move it very well, and I didn't want to touch it or get my scent on it. But that doesn't look very well at all. I'm going to try to adjust it a little bit. All right, so that's a little bit better. There's the opening. I left all the white insect netting stuff attached. It's out in the open, basically. That's not a good place. So she probably will not come back to this nest to lay her eggs. Hopefully she had time to build a new one this past week. Because like I said, I've been in and out of this greenhouse here over a week, washing. So I am making progress, sorta. Now, see those black jugs? They were not originally black. Those are Arizona tea containers from years and years and years ago. So I saved a bunch of them, spray painted them black, filled them up with water, and that has become my passive solar heating system for this little greenhouse. I can zip this up on both sides. These get hot during the day from the sun, and that is how I'm able to regulate this and add an extra 5 to 8 degrees heat. And so once a year I pull them out of the bottom, clean up all the leaves that fell during the fall, make sure my zip ties are nice and tight. You can see the zip ties. And I actually have a T-post that I also spray painted black supporting this greenhouse. I'll tell you, the first time I put it up, I didn't have the T-post secured with zip ties in the back. And guess what happened? Well, you can guess what happened. It fell over with all my seedlings in it. Big mess. Had to restart all my plants. And so I put up that T-post, and it has been a lifesaver. And so this was like best choice greenhouse. And the reason I chose this one is it's wide. It's wider than tall. I mean, it's still pretty tall. It's almost as tall as this shed here, but it's wide. It's 46, I think, inches wide. It's held up. This is year 5, 4 or 5. I'm gonna say, yeah, it's 5 years old now. I've replaced. This will be the second time I've had to buy a cover, but it did come with a cover. So this is cover number 3 in 5 years. You can see there is some sun fading, but it served its purpose. And yeah, just wanted to share the jug method for raising temperature Honestly, we don't buy this tea hardly ever, but I could use maybe a couple more. Now I'm at the part where I have to get down there on my hands and knees and crawl under the bottom shelf there and untie the back ties. You can see I've got it tied to the T-post as well. So I'll have to unhook that. And then I will shimmy this old cover off. And then we will get the new one on. So the cover's off, it's just the frame. You can see it's really starting to show its age. And I guess if I get 5 or 6 years out of it, that's pretty good, right? We've got a lot of rust damage right here. It's, oh no. It's actually got a hole in it. So, yeah, we got another one here. Just needed to hang on, make it through this season. Hopefully, when we get moved, I will be able to build some more stable, kind of permanent greenhouse that I can actually walk into. Would be super, super cool. But for now, this is perfectly fine, and it's going to work this season to do what we need it to do. When we get ready to put the house on the market, I may have to just go ahead and take this down completely. And seeing the top of the frame the way it is, I'm not sure if it would be worth trying to salvage at this point, maybe. But honestly, to build this again, I don't know. But I do think it would probably be something that is an eyesore, that when the HOA comes to my backyard to do they have to do an inspection here before you can sell your house, which is just ridiculous, to make sure you don't have any violations on the outside of your house that are not up to HOA code. So yes, this will probably have to come down. But for now, we don't have the house on the market. This can stay. We're going to harden off my tomatoes in here, my peppers, all those summer things. I really need this little greenhouse desperately. I didn't have it last spring because of those birds that made a nest in my greenhouse. And so I had to carry everything in and out of the garage every single night for like 4 or 6 weeks. It was great exercise, but I'd rather not do it this year. So I do kind of release the pressure on these when I'm checking them and putting them back in place. Another benefit of these jugs is it holds the unit in place. It helps support it. I think I said that already. But the other thing is, if we have a major drought in the summer, you know, I don't need this for heat at that point. And I usually don't have plants in here in the middle of summer. I can use the water that's in here and then just refill it before winter. And it kind of, you know, it's like a little backup. So one year, the first year I had this unit, and I had purchased a greenhouse thermometer. It's just one you put batteries in. It's broken since I don't have it anymore, but I did an experiment measuring the effectiveness, and there was a 5 to 8 degree difference when you've got some black jugs filled with water that get hot during the day. So for me, it really does help. Maybe it's worth trying. You can try this on a bigger scale. If you got a big greenhouse, you can get a big old giant barrel, spray paint it black, fill it with water. See if you can get that solar heat going during the day. Do some experiments. Measure. See if it raises your temperature. Did it. I procrastinated. I got lots of other things done, but I also ultimately got the greenhouse cover on so we can start the new season. You can see this tray from Greenstock, the Sea Starter Kit tray, does fit, which is really good. I have noticed an issue over the last few days though. These slits are exposed to air. I have been having to water this daily, and it shouldn't dry out that quickly, but I think because of this exposed slits, openings for the air printing, they're drying out quickly. Much quicker than I expected for that amount of soil. Yeah, so that's just a thought that's come to me in the last couple days. So I thought I'd add that in. Thanks for being here today, guys. Got lots of content coming. There's so much that needs to get done. It's just busy, busy, busy time of year. But I hope you're enjoying it, and I hope you're having a great gardening week as well. Bye, guys. I actually found it. I doubt if it still works. But this is what I used to use. I might put some batteries in it and see if it'll still come on. I doubt it. Highly doubt it.